This is my first time come to Korea and my first time to visit and TCIS. Surprisingly, I think it's totally exceed my expectation and what I could imagine when I heard so much great things about the school. But when I actually come to school, it's just blown me away with how the setup of the school, not only from the high excellent and educational program, and great place for the kids, and also the facility, and it is a world class. And I haven't seen such a nice facility even in Canada, where I'm coming from. So when I heard that the school is actually is frequently chosen by the entertainment industry to shoot movies and TV soap opera, and to show that actually the elite high school. And then I was blown away by the fact, and then the school is the actual location frequently chosen, and you can actually see what you see in this very popular TV shows, and that's what the school is. So without any staging. When I learned about soap opera, even with me, I know it's, some of the actors, actresses, their household names in China. Some of them in the heirs, right? In Chinese, they call it 继承者们. So those are three very common household names, like Li Minghao, Jing Yushan, Piao Xinghui. Those are the household names, especially in the young people and the students. So if you mention about this popular actors and actresses, and then there are millions of fans in China. The location of the city, although it's not a very popular tourism place, they should be. And then, I realized the center, the science and technology innovation, some of the world-leading technology, whether it's from the electronic and or the life science, engineering, artificial intelligence, and semiconductor. So you have this leading, the National Institute, the TCIS, and the LG and the Samsung, all the research center is all here. It's just, I would say, it's a godsend, and then to some young people be able to study in this environment. But more impressive to me, which I had privilege to actually visit in some of the place, and then I realized, and the TCIS actually have a relationship and has a partnership in some cases, and with those leading research institute, university, and research centers, and they can actually take the students go have exposure in this young age, and exposure to the world leading research and innovation center like this, and to have exposure, have a first-hand interaction with the scientists, and availability actually to work in there for internship, have a few days. I think this is a very unusual, and to be able to expose to and to learn in this kind of a world-leading research and innovation center. So that's to me is very, very special. Because you're implementing the IB program, when I see that, and as a parent, so I know that how important, in addition to receiving like the knowledge base, and so the fact and the things like that, but more importantly, character, problem solving, the critical thinking and problem solving skill, and that's a very essential quality for leadership. And so the way I see that, this is a leadership training. That's what going to set the kids apart from, I would say, the regular kids. And so as a business person myself, and also as a scientist, and I see when I hire good scientists, or hire good management people, or hire the business leader, so those are the things that set them apart, and which is not going to be simply just getting the good marks, So it is the skill, and which the school actually trained the students when they're young, so that become the part of their character, part their personality, part their skill. It will never go away. So, So the results of the school accomplishment are obviously when you lay the foundation with the program and also implementation of the program. And then when you see the results and then understand you actually have almost 100% of university acceptance rate for your graduates. And those are some of them are very famous and the Ivy League school, like for example, MIT, and Stanford. And so some of the top schools in the world, and it won't be surprised to me. And then to heard some of the students actually come back and first year they say it's always easy, even with the school in the MIT, and it could be so challenging. But that's reflected the character they have built, and it's really not only to get a good grades, it's the ability for them to learn, right? It is a lot of kids with good grades and but they cannot handle have a college life or university high intense. So part of the reason is not because they are not smart enough and the IQ is there, but it's the skill, the learning skill. This is set the student apart. And when you have this strong training and the foundation, even before they go into university, the school by design, the school stays in the small size. And then so this is a set apart. And we always, as a parents, we're fighting for smaller class. And in the public school system, the smaller is better. So the teacher has more interaction, and then they learn better. So there's a lot of study to show in the smaller size, the students will learn better. This is really set apart from some other schools. So if you can tend to have a smaller size, and in a matter of fact, if it's a smaller school and is more prestige and it's more selective, so students will grow up better, they learn better.